Welcome back to PF International. What's the best way to end a championship? Take it right down to the wire, that's what. Alex McDade and the O-Plate Johnny Edgar on the front row. Tom Wood and Teddy Wilson, the championship contender, on P4. Lewis Thompson and Zach Robertson. Cian Jewis in the GP plate, starting down in 10th position on this grid. But there's plenty of great racing to come, and a lot can happen in this race that will directly change the outcome of this championship. Teddy Wilson, championship leader by 11 points. He has to finish in the top 9 to win. His nearest rival, Cian Jewis, starts P10. So both of those drivers are on the back foot. Neither are on the front row. It should create an absolutely monumental race for the championship. And it's going to be a cracker right from the word go, and away they go. And on to the first corner. Already Teddy Wilson looks like he's got a good run to the first corner. I think he might still be able to keep his third, fourth position.
Yeah, just kept third, squeezed through to third place there. Now Teddy Wilson, you may remember, had a 1-lap penalty at round 5 at Rissington, but that has been overturned on appeal. So he's coming to this championship round as the championship leader. Although in final 1 earlier in the day, he got involved in an incident with Cian Jewis, his championship rival. That was investigated by the stewards, but as far as I'm aware, no action was taken.
Teddy Wilson in the middle of this battle. He's actually down to 6th position now. He's just been passed by Dexter Patterson, and Tom Wood went past before. And now Cian Jewis, he's got his move on the inside. Cian Jewis is...
Oh, he's lost even more places.
What on
Where
earth
is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jewis is 6, 7, 8, 9. He's about 10th. He's out of the championship lead.
Teddy Wilson has really got a problem here. I'm not sure why he's lost that much time. We saw him go into the first couple of corners in 3rd position. I wonder if the driver's just got the better of him round the outside on that very open left-hander going up the crest towards the bridge, because you can make some decent moves on the outside if you keep it in the throttle and you keep the control of the kart. So I wonder if Wilson's just got a bad start to this race and just got caught out by a couple of drivers picking some choice moves on him. What it means, though, is that he's got a huge level of work to do now as the Johnny Edgar O-Plate now finds himself in 2nd position.
To be fair, though, he is further down than he would like, but top 9 will do. Even if he finishes 10th, though, Cian Jewis has got to win the race, and you can see the top 3 are well clear, and Jewis is well back. Here comes Wilson making up a place back. So at the moment, there's no drama for Wilson. He will have his eye firmly fixed on Cian Jewis. He'll know that these 3 out front are doing him a huge favour. He now doesn't need to finish 9th. He could probably finish down in 13th or 14th where Jewis is concerned.
So that's not bad. He actually managed to get some very decent moves there on Finley Bunsen, Owen Marlowe to get himself back into contention. But it's definitely on the back foot, to put it very mildly indeed, that he finds himself. It is not easy from that position. He's just got to let the race come to him at this point. It's not easy, but he can still take this title. Very nicely done in the early stages to recover the position, because he's already gone back on the offensive. But here's the battle for 4th position. Still very close indeed. Look at how open this circuit is. It's like Malaysia in Formula 1 by comparison. We know a lot of karting circuits are very tight and twisty. This is so open and narrow. You've got a great, so open and wide open. Oh, we
got off at the back. Couldn't quite see who that was on board the helicam. You see the lead that the front 3 have got.
Well, that's definitely the advantage. Wilson, as the 4 karts behind squabble for 4th position. Wilson will be in amongst the thick of the pack, just a few kart lengths below that. Now, Cian Jewis should be in this group. Yes, there he is in 6th position, just in front of Ethan Hawkey, the 40. So Jewis is doing everything he possibly can to get himself back into championship contention, but really it's him who has to play the real strong game here. He has got to find some pace.
I think that's Teddy Wilson, you know, out on his own. Is that Teddy?
In 8th position, he could well have done.
8th, I think that might be Teddy in 8th place there.
Well, let's have a look as they come through, up over the curbs. Has Wilson got himself back into contention? He has. He has. Teddy Wilson has come back from the depths.
And the interesting thing about that is, so he's got his top 9th position. There's Zach Robertson, kart 11. He was involved in that incident with Teddy Wilson at Rissington, you may remember. And so he'll be looking for a decent result this weekend, and let's hope that he gets one, because he certainly deserves one after the race he had at Rissington. There is Wilson, so he's inside the top 9, which is what he needs, and that's assuming Jewis wins. And look at this, unless these 3 take each other off, I don't see Cian Jewis closing this gap. And the best thing for Teddy Wilson at the moment, Jake, is for him to be running in clean air. He doesn't want any karts around him that can influence his race. He doesn't want to get punted off from behind and get involved in an incident, so he's got clean air at the moment, and that suits him just fine with these 3 well clear clear of the chasing group, which includes Cian Jewis.
Well, Alex McDade is your leader. Johnny Edgar from Zach Robertson in the 11. Very, very close indeed, these three. They're kind of edging each other on, aren't they? They're not prepared to go for the overtake at this point. Then the 4 drivers behind, Tom Wood from Dexter Patterson, Cian Jewis, Ethan Hawkey, and Teddy Wilson in 8th position, a few kart lengths back. Really starting to get a little bit more comfortable in this position. There's Alex McDade in the lead, just in front of the battling pair behind, Johnny Edgar and Zachary Robertson in the 11. Very, very interesting watching these three go round the circuit together. They're playing chicken with each other, aren't they? They're seeing who's going to go for that move first. And if you look back, there's Teddy Wilson just making his way halfway down the back straight. He's in 8th position. He needs 9th or better to be champion. So at his current rate of progression in this race, he's doing fine.
Yeah, not least because Cian Jewis needs to win to depose him of that title, and that is definitely not happening now. Even if the front 3 went off, Cian Jewis will still have it all to do. And these leading 3 going to be thinking about making a move sometime very soon, because we're getting towards the business end of this race. The rest of the karts stream up into the S's.
And let's not forget that even though Cian Jewis might struggle to get himself into the top 3, you cannot take away what an incredible performance he or any of the other championship drivers have done this season at the sharp end, because there have been some incredible star talent in this particular championship season. You think of Cian Jewis, you think of Alex McDade, who's leading this race, you think of Tom Wood, you think of Johnny Edgar, you even think of Zachary Robertson in 3rd position. Look how he's keeping with these two up in front. There are some mega drivers in this field, not just Teddy Wilson and Cian Jewis who are going for the title. It's been so competitive in 2014.
Yeah, a lot of people said to me early in the season, certainly at the first round, that they thought Zach Robertson could be the one to beat this season. That's not sort of proved to be the case, but he has had a very good season indeed. As I say, he was unfortunately involved in that incident with Teddy Wilson at Rissington, for which Teddy has had his 1 lap penalty overturned. For me, it was a racing incident. I think the right decision was made at the end of the day, although I was very sorry for Zach. He put in a great performance that day. Let's hope he can convert 3rd into 1st today. That would be just rewards for him today if he could do that.
Well, interestingly, Cian Jewis now needs to bring out something special here to move up from 6th position. The leading 3 have got a massive advantage over the next group of 3. A little deeper into the race. The leader still Alex McDade, but you can see Zach Robertson has made his way up into 2nd position now in front of Johnny Edgar, so he's made the move. But this is where Johnny Edgar is very quick. Look at the gap back to 4th position. It's huge. And already, here we go. Robertson makes his move on the inside. Onto the left-hander of the bridge. Past Alex McDade, and we have a lead change. Zach Robertson hits the front. Just what you were talking about, Alan. Yeah,
he made a big switchback move under the bridge. And here comes McDade back through for the lead. Frustrating for Robertson. He drops 2 places as Edgar goes through as well. So Robertson not very happy with that. He would like to have held on to that lead a little bit longer, certainly towards the last lap or so.
Well, we've still got time on our hands, of course. I mean, Zach Robertson, it's certainly not over yet. He's got another opportunity or two. Looking back to 4th position. That looks to me to be Tom Wood still. Has Jewis hit the front of that little battle now to move up into 5th position, or is that Patterson still in front? We'll get another look at it in a moment. But
penultimate lap coming towards the start line for the penultimate time. They will be starting the last lap this time, so Robertson had it in his pocket, but unfortunately he's had that pocket picked by Alex McDade. McDade doesn't defend. That's a bit of a surprise down the straight, and Robertson's come through to 2nd past his teammate Johnny Edgar. Wilson's put in the fastest lap at 1:06.73 on his way to the championship title, but the win is all about these 3 now.
This is a champion on his way to the title here. Teddy Wilson sat in 8th place. It's good enough. He doesn't need to go for glory. But here is the man going for glory. It's side by side. That was pushed a little bit too wide there from McDade. He shoves Robertson onto the grass. That was a little bit too much for my liking. We'll have another look at it. He's left him room. He's left him room. No, he hasn't.
He's not looking at him, though. To be fair to him, he's going for a narrow line and he's looking back at on the other side of the track. So to be fair to Alex, I don't think that was deliberate.
Alex McDade holds the lead then into this last couple of corners of the race then, and Robertson in 2nd in front of Johnny Edgar. He's got an opportunity coming into the final couple of corners here. If he gets this right, he might just be able to sprint out and beat McDade to the line. They're going to charge for that finish line. Robertson pops out. Can he get there? Not quite. McDade just beats him to the finish line. Robertson 2nd, Edgar 3rd, and Teddy Wilson finishes 5th ahead of Cian Jewis to become the 2014 IAME Cadet British champion. What a moment.
At the start, got a bit of a gap, and me, Alex McDade and Zach Robertson got away, and then Zach passed me, and then he dropped back and then got back past me and finished. And then I ended up finishing third, and I'd just like to thank Fusion, Gary Bright for making a good, amazing kart, and Jake Dalton, my mechanic.
A lot of that race you spent, and the three of you sort of really stuck together. Just talk us through the last couple of laps.
Well, at the start of the second lap, McDade started to defend. Then we realised it wasn't the right time, so we carried on. And for the last lap, we all started defending. I overtook my teammate, and then it came to me and McDade. I got the inside, but he squeezed me on the grass, so I lost that position for the win.
Me and Johnny and I think Zach pushed away. I led it all the way, I think 2 laps to home. Zach overtook me going under the bridge and got him back on the hairpin. And I got a bit of a gap on the last lap, and I was just lucky enough to win. And I'd also like to thank my parents, Ollie Hyrack from Eclipse, James Bean and Dave Bell-Chambers.
So McDade takes the final honours of the season, but Teddy Wilson is the British champion ahead of Cian Jewis and Johnny Edgar in third. Keep an eye on him for next season. Tom Wood, Alex McDade and Lewis Thompson round out one of the most competitive IAME Cadet seasons in history. Well, if you thought that was good, like Bartman Turner Overdrive once sang, you ain't seen nothing yet. After the break, a junior TKM final to rival them all. See you in a sec.